G'day YouTube. I was halfway through packing up orders for this week and ran out of tape and boxes, so I've just ordered some more that'll be here in the next hour or so. So I thought I'd bring you for a quick walk around and do a backyard tour. Just realised how exhausted I look. It's been a long couple of weeks. But anyway, I'll swing you around. So it's getting into mid-May here. Things are starting to slow down. There's beautiful diariana out here. I think there's a couple more of these still on the website. This one I've had for years. You can see it winding around through there, a few big basils, and it's actually given me my first flower for something different. A few things in here that desperately need repotting, had some pest issues and that. My Truncata Vogelii is definitely well overdue for a repot and a tidy up. Same with this Boschiana cross Zachariana cross Veitchii. That's looking gorgeous. I just got a message that my boxes and tape have been picked up, so they're on the way. Next to that is a Lingulata cross Truncata. This is the base of the vine. I did take some cuttings. I've got a big one in the greenhouse still, but I thought I'd try this outside, and so far it's doing fantastically. These pictures have been on here for quite a while now. I don't know how it'll go with the less light and cooler temperatures in winter, but we'll see. Next to that, this is my big BE 3734 Veitchii. This had a bad thrip infestation, so I've sprayed it. And I'm just looking. I'm not seeing anything now, which is good, but I may spray it again depending how things go. Next to that is this stunning Truncata cross Nebularum, and that is just gorgeous. This came from EP, a bit sort of cramped in its growth pattern. As you might be able to see down here, the leaves sort of tangled up for a while, but it's finally stepped out of its own way and taking off. And more excitingly, it's a nice big female flower spike that I had some amazing hybrids on. Strangely, I had one pod that I took off here that ripened, and now it looks like I've got one more there that's just splitting open, so I better get that off today. A few things didn't take as well. A few things took really well. But very excited about that. Next to that is the giant Peltata cross Truncata, and this thing has got some serious size now. Unfortunately, the possums or rats had a field day on the leaves, which is a pain. So that a nice Maxima Dark cross Veitchii. You might be able to see Boschiana cross Veitchii back there hugging the tree. Unfortunately, the leaves didn't continue to do that. There is a flower on that too, but I haven't harvested any pollen. I might try and get in there and get some off if the rain holds out. It has been raining non-stop here lately. Another flower coming on Maxima Dark Veitchii. Lolii ventricosa next to that. And down here, it got seriously sunburnt. This was on the other side of the fence in quite a bit of shade. But this is a Veitchii Malawi basin. So I've put in this cork post in an attempt to get it to grasp around the cork and grow like they do in nature. Clearly, oops, just broke that leaf. I put it in too much sun too quickly and cooked it, but it will come back. I've got no doubt that'll be fine once it settles in. Might lose those lower leaves, but it's got a nice basil coming in there, and that should look fantastic in spring. Come through some more Lolii ventricosa. Now this is my green one, as I've said in videos before, but I silly put it back here, and this gets a whole heap of direct sun. So the pictures have sort of reddened a little bit, but nothing like my red form does under strong light. This in some growing in shade, these pictures will be bright green bodies with a beautiful striped peristome. So I have put a cutting aside for myself to grow it in the shade as well, because there is no getting this out of this oleander bush now. Next one on the list is Truncata spectabilis. This is a gorgeous female plant. See it vining up through here. So hopefully, I need to train it a bit better onto that bamboo, but hopefully I can get that into flowering soon and make some very nice hybrids with that. Next to that, not much going on in this sabre at the moment. Little upper picture there, but it's got a couple of basils just started and kicking into growth. A few things here, desperate need of a repot. Behind that, that's the size of this Truncata cross Jacquelinea. It's a big purple one. Pictures are pretty old now. Again, coming into the cooler temperatures, you start to lose some pictures. Things are slowing down with the less light. But hopefully it's not too bad this winter. Giving us. All right, we're back. The delivery driver called me rather than leave it at the door, so I had to go sort that out. So once I finish shooting this video, I'll be able to go in and finish packing everyone's orders. Now this is my big male Veitchii. I moved it out here. I did take some cuttings of this, but it also had a thrip issue. It's been treated. Again, I'm not seeing any live thrips on it anymore, but I'll keep a close eye on that and just see what happens there. Hopefully it's doing better now. Nice little basil starting there. Is that another one? Ah, should get around here. So this is why I actually, when I take cuttings, I don't really try and strike the old woody parts, but I will leave these woody parts on the original plant. I know it's a bit ugly, but quite often you can get nodes activating on them if it's still attached. So that's got, going to have three nice little basils on that side. And as I leant over, I just noticed on Truncata Jacquelinea that's starting three basils as well. So that's exciting. Might explain why it hasn't been picturing. It's been getting them going. Next to that, I need to trim off some old leaves and things. Nice little Loliacris campanulata. This is a male. I have done some breeding with it. You can see even out here, it's getting mouldy. Just it has been so wet and rainy. But yeah, I did get this to flower. I did get some pollen off it. I've put it on some stuff. So far, it hasn't been very successful. So I don't know what's going on there. But I'll keep trying, and hopefully I can get another flower off it soon. Then we got Peltata edwardsiana. This has been very slow for me outside. I know Peltata crosses apparently don't like much water on the leaves, so that is going to explain that out here lately. It's just incredible how much it's been raining. There is a new picture coming. And then we move over to my Truncatas, which through summer just weren't very happy. I did heavily feed them, just trying to get them to jump in size. I want to get these into breeding. But now we're out of summer. There is pictures starting to form. Nice one there. You can see this thing is just boomed in size. Like that was it earlier in summer. This is a Truncata squat. You can see the old damaged leaves from the hailstorm, but now that it's settled in, we're getting some serious leaves on that. So hopefully that's a nice big picture. Might not do much over winter, but we'll see how it goes. Next to that, truncata cross lavicola. This was the biggest one that I put aside for myself. I think this was a fantastic cross. Unfortunately, I lost that male lavicola, so if you got one of these, hold on to it tightly because this exact cross will not be coming back. Hopefully I can redo it with other lavicolas or the reverse. I've got some females that have been flowering. Next to that, this is the Vent Sib Naga Bongzo. Outside, I seem to only get a couple of pictures a year on this, but they've always been in midsummer. It was on the other side on the fence, so I've moved it over here, and now that it's settled into its new spot, it's starting to picture, and now in winter, so hopefully that means I'm going to see a lot more pictures on this moving forward. Nice big truncata giant. Unfortunately, I think a stick fell on it or something, broke the new picture coming. How damp does it have to be to get mold growing outside? It's insane. But it does look like there's another picture there before it cools down too much. And down here is a nice little basil starting. Next up is this beautiful sabre. I think I much prefer this clone to my other one. This one's a lot squatter, a lot redder. Really nice striped peristome on it. A few nice big basils kicking in there. That's going to give me a nice picture there. So this should be a real nice show plant soon. I might need to prop it up. It's starting to fall over its own weight. Back there, that's my truncata edwardsiana. That flowered, got to tidy up, got moved. It's been sulking a bit, tried to flower again, so I've cut that off. And we'll try and get it looking good. But again, nice big basil starting. And I should have some pictures on this over winter, I think. It seems to do all right. Yeah, new growth coming in. You can see this old, it's huge pictures on this. It's just such a gorgeous plant. Next to that is Veitchii cross Zachariana. Nice little basil picture. It's a pretty big basil, which I just realised even the basil has a flower coming. And big male flower here. I haven't harvested pollen. It's just been raining so much. All the pollen's getting washed off everything before I get a chance. You see it's getting a bit dark and gloomy over there. Still a little blue sky that side, so hopefully we actually get a bit of sunshine today because I'm getting over this rain. Now you can see my new outdoor area I built has settled in nicely. I'm not sure I'll get through every plant in here, but a nice RBV cross mollis, looking good. Very sticky. Ventricosa cross lavicola. Truncata cross tentaculata. This is a very strange looking hybrid, but I think it should be pretty cool once it gets some size. And this is like a toothy potato, this thing. It's a Symbiosis squat cross Ventricosa lowlii cross Trusmadiensis from EP, and that is such a cool plant. I just picked this up at a plant fair a couple of weeks ago that I did. It's just looking gorgeous. I can't wait to see some fresh pictures. I'd love to get a basil on it, actually. In behind that, we got a Peltata Jacquelineae doing nicely out here with its beautiful red leaves. Now, I did burn this one, and it wasn't too happy getting moved out here, but it's settled in nicely now. Next to that is Carunculata cross Jacquelineae. And that's a gorgeous little dark Jacquelineae shaped picture. A little bit less on the peristome than the true Jack. What other exciting things we got here? RBV Eddie, which got split somehow. I think it was moving it over here. Peltata cross Nagabongzo. Got some more Ventricosa lavicolas. This I'm excited about. So if you saw my latest release, I had some platykyla cuttings of my big female. A couple of months ago, I moved this one outside. I'll get in closer to see how they'd go growing in Sydney. And albeit it has been a little bit slow, a little bit pink on the leaves, but nice big picture coming, and it looks like it's settled in. So this was, months before I was releasing them, and no humidity, no real care, just second a pot, watered when it gets dried. And I think this is going to be a fantastic backyard plant. And I might try and get a couple of them vining up through the bushes. And next to that, this is the Veitchii cross platykyla. And I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of the lowers on this, but I have a mature one in the greenhouse with uppers that is just outstanding. The change into uppers on this plant is absolutely spectacular. Now, I do have some more of my platykyla cross Veitchii growing out. There's not a heap, but there is more coming. So if you missed out on them, you will have another chance, hopefully later this year if they do well. Another cool one from my own breeding. This is Boschiana zachariana cross Maxima dark crystalliensis. Just dark pictures, big wide peristome. And I think that's as far back as it's going to fold. That picture's been open for quite a while now. Old little one there. Got a Predator C there. Got a Gaia. A few of these things have just moved out, so they're not quite settled in yet. Oh. Look at this Maxima Dark. Lowly Veitchii cross Maxima Dark. And that is just gorgeous. I've got some more over the other side I'll try and show you, but I'll try not to skip too much. Babijia cross Rob Cantley, or the reverse. The spiders have had a field day there. That's pumping out here. A lot of this section needs some repotting and tidying up as well. The Veitchii Gold Cross D from John Yates Seeds. I had these available a year or so ago, and that's a beautiful solid colour Veitchii, nice dark peristome. See if I can turn it around without breaking anything. No, I don't want to. With one hand, it's a bit tricky. There's some various, more complex hybrids floating through here. This is that Lowly Veitchii Boschiana cross Rocco Alata. EP had as a freebie a couple of years ago. There's an LVB Veitchii up in here. BE Ame, supposed Ame. We'll see how that matures. We're just Grace La Flora here. This is the backyard test on Lowly Veitchii. It's one of John Yates' ones. Got burnt, got hail, but still chugging along. And this is a Maxima Wavy, supposedly. The pictures have been a bit funky, but we'll see how that matures out. You can see there that the waves are starting on that leaf. And over here, where you've got a lot more of the Lowly Veitchii Maximas. Have a look at that. These are on sale on the website. I've knocked them down to $100. These are big, solid plants. And you can see this section here, albeit I do have 50% shade cloth on top, I didn't plan this well. That way there, that's north. And so the sun travels over there. So these plants here are in full sun from about 10 o'clock in the morning onwards. Now, everyone will tell you cannot grow nepenthes in full sun. You can see the exposure on my temperate table over there that also desperately needs some attention. But These aren't getting much less light than Sarracenia. Give you an idea how tough they are. Yes, you get some purple leaves. Originally, when they moved out here, they got some serious sunburn. But, and this one's right on the corner, that has got no protection and it's hardened in nicely. What else is back here? Another gorgeous one there. A lot of these are some hybrids that I made that I'm growing out just to see some more size on them, and I'll be able to offer them as, you know, good sized plants like that rather than the more seedling size that I've been focused on lately. There's one of the nice Diariana. Those are the ones available on the website. There's maybe only 2 left, so don't hold out too long. Some seed growing Ventricosa red. Oh no, sorry. These are cuttings of my Ventricosa red female. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with them. I may grow them out, cut them again, so I can have a ready supply of female Ventricosa for anyone interested. Might use them for breeding. We'll see what happens there. Moving down, there's just some more various Ventricosas. I think that's a Ventricosa Burkii. And then this end was my Ventricosa red cross hot lips. Now, these seedlings got some absolute abuse. They should have been repotted a long time ago. But again, growing them out, see if anything stands out. If not, I'll offload them. I've got the one that took off from the seed grex, and I do say this quite a bit in my videos, that there's always 1 or 2 seedlings in a grex that just explode and grow so much faster than everything else. So yeah, these aren't bad plants for their age. They're a couple of years old. But again, I'll duck through here. You can see it's a bit hard to tell on video, but this was actually underwater and almost a river running through here the last week or so. So this here is a Ventricosa red cross hot lips from the same grex as before. Over the other side I just showed you. And as you can see, that has just exploded. Covered in pictures. Some of them are starting to fade. It's a beautiful, beautiful red Ventricosa. I probably should give it some more light. Does it have a basal yet? No basils yet, but no flowers either. And this is a Ventricosa red. That's the one I used for breeding already, and this does get darker red than this. Little picture there. Yeah, they're off basils, and then you can see the uppers there, turn your more Ventricosa typical colours. Now, if you ever see this on your plants, see if I can get a good shot. See the little hairs holding onto them? That is lacewing eggs, and you want to leave them there because these will hatch and the larvae will work away through your collection and eat any scale or other pests that are possibly doing damage. So I love seeing them around. You got a very dark under here, but a Spathulata cross Lavicola, Raja cross Veitchii. It's a BE one. I've got a stunning seed grown one in the greenhouse. I love this view underneath. It doesn't really show it on video well, but just all the big pictures starting to drop down and crowded out with pots. Now, I am hoping to move on a lot of these from this side in the next little while because I've got to get the next round of hybrids all potted up into these hanging pots. I do have some space in here, but I want to fill this back out with new stock soon. So if you're looking for some great plants, jump on the Lolii Veitchii Maximas. They are just gorgeous, and if I can't move them soon, I might take them to a couple of plant meetings and offload them cheaply. But I need to get rid of them really. So we'll come around to the other side of the fence. So the Mrs. Monsteras going well there. Here's my Lolio ventricosa red. A few nice pictures on that. They might actually, yeah, that's settled in, doing well here. A lot less light than the other side because the fence is shielding them from the sun. And I really should have swapped these two over to get the best colorations on each of them. So that one's getting some nice red colour, and these are so sharp in the teeth. Next to that is my male Veitchii Malawi basin, and I want to actually secure this pot to the tree, and I want to see if I can get it climbing, or at least attempting to climb, because that would just look amazing. You know, this vine sort of fell over and got damaged. A few things flowered, carried on. Got some red leopards vining through here. Truncata offipiata, which just finished flowering. Giving me a big basil here, beautiful new leaf there. I'm not sure if it's going to have enough sun back here to picture. Again, that might have to move over to the other side to give it some more light. Ventricosa northiana in flower. Now as I said, we're starting to fade into winter, so things aren't looking their best. Miscellaneous complex hybrid. Ooh. Yeah, this is Ame Veitchii cross Babidii. That's a beautiful little picture there. So this has been out here for a while now. I think maybe it might do better in the green. It might have to move into the greenhouse. It's never really taken off out here. Now my mess of Maxima vines. And this is the old male Maxima Dark I've used in breeding. This was the male plant used in the Lolio Veitchii Maximus. Ooh. Nice lower picture there. Such an easy, fast-growing plant. This thing just pumps it out. I chopped meters of vine off this over the years, and that winds up through. And I'm trying to figure out. There's another vine popping up there. I think this might be it. This is also it. All the way down over here. It's coming into flower. Now, I'm sort of taking a break from making hybrids with the Maxima Dark. I've made a lot, so I thought I'd give it a break. I would cut that flower off, except next to that is EP's female Maxima Dark. Now the pot, we track that, it winds in all the way, it's wound in through there, and the pot is that little 140mm pot back there. Now this would be, sorry, I'm just showing, it did come as a cutting, as an upper cutting, but it's wound in all through here, and there'd be over 3 meters of vine on that, out of that little pot. So nepenthes don't need huge pots. I admit that is well underpotted. I'll definitely get that into a bigger pot shortly, but I just don't want to stress it while it's got the flower, and hopefully I'll be able to make pure Maxima Dark seeds just for some fun. Next to that is Maxima Dark cross Lolii. So there's a nice one off the female. Hiding back there, I think this is the EP Maxima Dark cross Lolio Veitchii that they made. Chunky little Veitchii cross Boschiana cross Northiana. This one didn't like the sun too much, so I moved it here. It's a bit more shaded. Old picture on Boschiana cross Zachariana. Some more easy growing hybrids coming to that. And this is the sort of thing that I will pump out to that hanging space quite quickly. just to get them growing into a good size. LVT cross platykyla. Ooh. Veitchii lolii cross clapiata. Veitchii northiana veitchii. Again, I haven't harvested any pollen off this. I've been really bad about this lately, and the weather's just ruining it for me. But I did get that pollen onto, I don't think I've got any good pictures, but this is another Veitchii boschiana cross northiana. Oh, spoke too soon. It's a bit crushed, but that's the female one there. This is flower spike. This one's male, so I've made F2 crosses of that. This little basil picture got a bit squashed, but still stunning. Ooh. Can't skip over the Veitchii cross Veitchii. Beautiful picture there. And this thing just didn't skip a beat moving outside, lining away. Some staghorns. This is your typical garden centre variety. I think it's called Superbum. But next to that is Platycerum veitchii, which you wonder why I had to get this one. Doesn't seem to grow as fast as the Superbum, but it was great to see that grow out. More mess through here. An old Rob Cantley picture. That pumped out a couple of big flowers this year. So it's just settled into new growth, but I think I might give it a repot. It's been in that pot for a long time. I might check the media out, but might move it as well. It's just a bit tangled up in there. Tuncata ovata cross Ophipiata. I really hope this gets more Ophipiata like in the upper pictures. It's finding away now. Hope if it does produce uppers, it shouldn't be far off. Some Rocco-Boschiana Veitchii Hose Mountains. Oh, there's a huge picture back there, but it's completely crushed. There's another one down here. This is a separate plant. I believe this one's female. So I might do something with that in the future. Veitchii northiana spike. I'm not sure if these took. They should be. I feel like they should be swelling up by now, but time will tell. What do you say? Veitchii. No. Ventricosa cross northiana cross Veitchii K. So that's loaded up there, swelling up nicely. A Ventricosa cross Maxima, that's a mate's made. Now this one gets just giant. Oh, that's not even the biggest picture it's given me. Ooh, nice little Minima cross Zachariana. And here's the Maxima, Ventricosa Maxima pot. I should probably do some cuttings of that because it's a beautiful plant when it's happy. Ventricosa sibuensis hamigatensis cross northiana veitchii. Nice big picture coming. Some Rocco cross LVBs. This again, more repotting needs to be done. Maxima Duck cross Bongzo. Unfortunately, the peristome got a bit folded up on that one. Oh, look at this. This is a Lady Pauline. And on this vine, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 little side shoots popping out. Maxima Wavy from Mount Sessian. A nice little plant. Sanguinea Dark. Unfortunately, upper pictures on this vine. Well, 2 vines, but I picked that up recently. Oh, that was a good steal. Yeah. Rocco cross Maxima Italiensis. And that's a cool little plant, actually. Old hybrid I made. Stibiensis berkeolata. Monster pictures on that. And we're not going to talk about these. These are pest infested, and they've been treated. They're not looking happy. They've been repotted. Scales come back on this one, so I'll treat again. But I do have cuttings of both of these, Berkii aristo and Ventricosa jacquelinei. If they don't come good soon, they might be discarded, and I'll start fresh with the cuttings. See, all the orchids I moved outside have just sort of been dumped out here. And you can see the last of my Amorphophallus. I know I said I was going to do a video of these, but I didn't get around to it this year, so maybe I'll start fresh next year or next season. These are the, should know this, Paeonfolius. Now, Latin names are not my strong suit, but you can see they've just folded in the storms lately, but they're starting to go dormant, so they'll die back to the bulbs, and I can tidy these up. And maybe next year I'll do some videos starting from potting up the bulbs and show you through the life cycle. I think I do have a cognac that's going to be in flower this year. So that's it for today. I'll finish this video up here, and I'm going to go inside and get all the orders packed up so I can get them sent out today. So till next time, cheers.